Ballard Oil was started back in 1937. My dad started working here in I think it was 41, just after the war. And he retired in 1986, yelled at me and he says, "You're working too hard and you're making too much money for me." He says, "You're buying the company." So in 1986, I bought the company from Dad. We primarily deal with the whole maritime industry. You've probably at some time or another seen Deadliest Catch, or you can go watch it if you haven't. Just about all those boats on there are customer of ours or have been customers in the past. They're all a bunch of great guys. We primarily supply them with fuel and lubricants and filters. The average crab boat, I would say, when they leave here, would probably take 150 different filters. When the bigger draggers and stuff are going to be gone for a year, gosh, they could take 300 filters. While you're at sea, you can't have any failure of any component, much less a filter. We've never had a failure that I know of a Luber-finer filter, and the guys depend on them. If they couldn't depend on them and there was a problem, they wouldn't be ordering from me. There's other people to order filters from. So the industry has been very, very happy with Luber-finer filters. There's been no problem with them. As I said, you can't have a failure of a filter out at sea. You have to have them operational, and they have to do the job. A lot of times you can see, like the Deadliest Catch, these fish different types of fisheries, but they still depend totally on the engines running and keeping on running. The quality of Luber-finer is unsurpassed. Luber-finer has been around the maritime industry ever since I was a little kid. Back in the old days, every little trawler and gill netter had a Luber-finer bypass 750 or a 500 diesel pack on it, and every truck had one also. So if you were in the trucking industry or if you were in the fishing industry, you had a Luber-finer filter. Luber-finer, you would think that they were a small company like us because of the customer service, that they answer the phone, they talk to you, and they solve problems if you have them. I say there's so few problems that almost always I expect in any big company that I ever called that I'm going to get run through a phone tree, and after pushing 14 different buttons, I finally get a hold of somebody. But Luber-finer, I don't even know Ray's number. She's on my speed dial. I just pushed speed dial 79 and there's Ray on the other end of the phone. That's a pretty good thing. This is a fairly large order behind me here for one boat, and this is only about 2/3 of the filters he's actually going to take. The boat that called yesterday has got a pallet board about half this size that we'll be shipping up to Alaska. You know, in all the years that we've been dealing with Luber-finer and the thousands of filters that we've gone through, I don't think that we've ever had a warranty claim. We've never had a filter that wasn't of the best quality. The quality is, in fact, there's no problems. And anytime that you can have that kind of service record is just absolutely great. I mean, I've never had a problem with any filters that ever come out of Luber-finer. I had the opportunity to go back to Albion and go through the facility, and I was really impressed with the quality controls and the type of materials and the machinery. I just love machinery. I wish everybody could see that part of Luber-finer.